Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Kathy Altensey.
Here.
Melinda Cook. Joy Sellers.
Here.
Kevin McElwain. Patrick Sellers.
Here.
Almost said Soupy Sales.
Yeah, I know, I heard that. I thought that. We have a quorum and we are all present. The first order of business is the approval of minutes for the March 20th, 2023 meeting. And a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Altensey, second by Sellers. Look at the minutes if you haven't done so already.
I want to thank Kathy for taking the minutes for me last time.
You're
Kathy,
very
do
welcome.
this.
Anytime.
Yep.
And Michael, thank you so much for your help.
For my pain in the neck.
No. That's how people learn.
For your pain in the neck. Are there any questions on the minutes, trustee?
I don't have any.
All righty, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The next order of business is approval of bills payable. I need a motion and a second, please.
So move.
Second.
Motion by Sellers, second by Altensey. Please take a look at the bills payable.
We have quite a few this time, don't we, because of the end of the month?
Oh, wow. Yeah, we got 3 pages.
Yes.
Was there a three?
Wow.
3 Mondays? March felt weird the way
Mhm.
they.
Yeah,
It did,
'cause-
yeah.
Yeah, we got 3 pages.
Yeah.
Oops, yeah, good. Good,
Like
good.
31st was
Yeah.
dropped this Friday, so kind of yeah, I had something else that kind of got out of line because of that. So I'm sure that's what's driving this.
Are there any questions on the claims and demands, trustees?
I don't have any. Is that a phone ring? I don't have any.
All righty.
Anybody else?
Anyone else have any questions on claims and demands?
Must be yours.
No?
No.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Cook.
Yes.
McElwain.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Altensey.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Motion passes. The next order of business
Sorry.
is the discussion of ordinance number 2023 TO-01, combined annual budget and appropriation ordinance for fiscal year 2023-2024. We already opened it up. We already had motion and second, so it's open for discussion and questions.
All right, got it.
All right.
Uh-oh. There you go.
Yeah,
That's not it.
You knew that, didn't you?
you knew what's coming.
Okay.
Did we just increase the supervisor's salary by a chunk last year, and that's why there's nothing this year?
No. Well, we can. The supervisor's salary, mine and Maida's salary, only gets either increased. That's at the end of our term. So we don't get any increases. You can give yourself a raise, and that means we can't make a dime over what the board established for us prior to us taking office. So how many months do we have to set the supervisor and assessor salary?
6 months prior.
6 months prior to
taking office.
taking office.
Taking office.
Constitution provides
Okay.
Yes.
no pay raise can be voted on
Right.
during the term of office.
Right.
That's the way to
Gotcha.
Right.
no term.
Same with trustee salaries.
Same.
Right, because they added per diem in this time, didn't they? It was clerk salary and per diem. It used to be separate, didn't it? I mean, together, but it was listed separately.
The only per diem I've got was when I went down to Springfield for the
Mm-hmm.
annual thing,
Right.
township thing. That's the only per diem I've got.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
that explains that.
Okay.
It's, so used to the nonprofit world where we're like, yeah, okay, got it. All right.
Okay.
So that makes sense. All right. Did our salaries go up? Does it like it went up from last?
No.
Maybe on the last budget, maybe,
There is a salary increase, but it's not on elected officials, and I was curious what that
Right.
is accounting, what that's for.
Didn't we get a little bit of a
Salaries
one?
other plus 10,000.
So that's on my line item,
Where's it
all
at?
the salaries, so that would be on the second page.
Oh,
Troy.
okay.
So, all the salaries, what Patrick and I have done in the past with, cost of living raises, is we look at what the CPI has been, and then we follow that to establish salaries. So with mine, I have 4 people, and that's distributed through 4 people. I also have 1 person that's up for a longevity, so that's that. The cost of, or the CPI this past year was 7%, but we decided because of PTAL, we're held to PTAL, that we went with the 5%, cause you can't raise the levy more than 5% or less whatever the PTAL, or the cost of, the CPI is.
CPI,
Thank you,
you,
Mike.
CPI.
CPIU.
there's lots of.
I'm sorry, the state just
CPIU.
says, it does say CPIU. Sorry.
She had them glasses on.
Yeah. Yeah, and, but we went, because we're held to PTAP at no more than 5%, that's what we went with this year. Where
Instead of the
prior years,
7.
like I think
We would have followed
last
the.
year, we were at, it was at 1.4%. So, there wasn't much increase last year because of that. This year, they're seeing an increase, but amounts are going, costs are going up for everybody too, so.
So now, did the trustees at the beginning of our 4-year term, that's when ours changed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that.
and that will probably
Conversation.
explain why their appropriation is a little bit higher now than it was on last year's budget. At least on the copy, I mean, I know there's not, it doesn't show an increase in the column. When you actually look
Right,
at,
it says 11,000.
on last year's budget,
That's for clerk.
So, trustees last year, oh, cause it's.
Made went up too.
all
Per
is,
diem is
all
together.
is separate, yeah, like, that's what Kathy was saying, okay, got it, it was
Yes.
combined it, okay, got it. Alright.
And it might have got combined because the account numbers changed to match the states under the new clerk's book.
Under the new clerk book.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I know Liz did some changing around on things to make it fit to match how the state's account numbers, so when the audit goes in, it all matches the state.
Okay.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Alright, cool.
What about this 20,000 increase in the health and life insurance?
That's just touched that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Liz talked to the insurance insurance provider, and they are anticipating an increase in the cost of insurance. And how much were they talking, a
They
percent?
were telling her to account for an 8% increase.
8% increase.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like 20 though.
What was last year? What was it?
Last year was 80,000. How many people does that cover?
So that covers.
Both offices?
Mhm, both offices.
Mine,
Okay.
mine.
And there's me, Miss Sarah. And there's 5 in mine,
So 10.
10 people.
Is it good insurance? Do you have to-
Yeah, they got good insurance. Oh, listen to me.
Excellent
Yeah, they got
insurance.
good insurance.
I missed
It's
it.
I jumped in there on that.
it's good insurance. This is the most difficult part of the year for me every time we sit down and talk about insurance, because every year it goes up.
Yeah,
That's what
And-
they do.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't
what you gonna do? Is-
I don't like spending money, so
$10,000 per
Yeah.
person. What is the employee component of that?
Contribute?
Yeah.
So they pay 12%,
Mm-hmm.
and then the the township pays the other 80,
No,
no,
12.
yeah, 82%.
Yeah.
And if they have a dependent, they pay 60% up for the dependent or the spouse. and then township picks up 40%. So
For
basically,
each one.
right, for whatever the addition is. So the mindset has been to give the employee the benefit, and if they have to put a dependent or a spouse on, then there's a
They'll
huge.
have to cover more.
So
They
what
get
does
hit
that look
with
like as like a monthly payment? What, like, what's an amount, the monthly, or with a bi-monthly amount that an employee would have to pay?
That an employee would have to
Well, that
pay.
an employee would have to pay.
Cause do they
Based
pay?
on their salary, is
Yeah, I was gonna say
don't
based
even
on
pay
their salary.
attention anymore,
Yeah, neither
but
do I.
I think it's over 100, I think, a
Mhm.
month,
Mhm.
and that will go up.
Yeah.
And if the
But I can't
spouse
say
is
for sure.
employed, the spouse, let's say his or her insurance comes first, and then townships.
That's only
It's
if they wanna
secondary,
pay
right?
to put them on our plan.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cause it's a huge expense to
Oh,
put
yeah.
someone on our plan, so you wanna make sure you
Do it the right
You
way.
get the best deal.
Yeah, they
I
don't
mean-
have to go on the plan.
No.
They have their own.
Yeah, they just, you got yours, I got mine.
Yeah.
But I'm saying everybody, insurance. Insurance is just,
Unbelievable.
We try to get the best price that we can.
Well,
We try.
I'm pretty sure you do.
when I was working for the school district, it was like $500 a month for a teacher for themselves, or for a dependent. Sorry,
Yes,
Okay.
independent.
I can't for myself. It was probably like 100.
And a dependent could cost about the same
Yeah.
amount.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends on the, no, it's,
Oh, no,
it's,
their coverage sucks.
and every year, the insurance company has given us like 3 or 4 different quotes.
Mhm.
And we've stayed with the one that's been the
The-
most benefit, the most cost saving
Right.
for the, township, as well as what's gonna be best too for the employee. We look at it all as a package. But there's more that are more expensive and more that,
Yeah.
they do
And-
give us a selection to look at.
And,
A really weird game we have to play.
I know,
And-
it is.
But I'm
and then
saying
there's
if you-
some that, some of your care providers aren't in the package, so they're outside of the network, and you have to look at who's in the
Yeah.
network, and you have to look at all that, and
Yeah,
that's,
well,
So the
that's
insurance
work.
is never a PPO?
Yeah, it's
Preferred
preferred,
provider?
right,
It's-
it is,
yeah.
but there's certain ones we can't go
Right.
under a
Because when you're in
certain
PPO,
plan
that's when you have
or-
to worry about that, right?
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
because there's certain ones
So
that you
it's an
can't.
HMO?
No, it's not HMO, it
It's
is a
It's a
PPO,
PPO.
Okay.
but they're still limited on who you can see without
Mhm.
meeting your higher deductible.
Higher
Oh,
out of
yeah.
pocket.
And then if you go
Yes.
outside and see a specialist,
Yeah.
There's,
then you have a big copay on that too.
right, and those have continued to go up, the deductibles have continued to go up, the
Yeah.
co-pays have continued to
to go
go
up.
up
Yep.
for the staff member, well, for anybody with the coverage,
Mm-hmm.
regardless, so.
But I think if you're gonna pay, you want at least a good quality insurance. You know, I'm not gonna pay it just because it's cheaper, but I don't get nothing out of it, you know? If I gotta pay a little more to get something that's gonna help us, well, we'd rather do that, which that's only makes good sense.
Yeah.
Then you gotta pay what you gotta pay.
And then you
All right,
have to
keep
get
going.
referrals if you wanna go see somebody else.
Yeah,
The-
now you're-
So you
Okay, so like the transfer to the capital fund, why is that doubling this year? There's no page numbers.
page what?
The third page.
Oh, okay.
And why is that like a consistent thing, the transfer to capital fund?
Because you have to, oh, you're looking on this one.
Which one are you looking at?
Oh, I see transfer to general fund, transfer to
It
capital.
has to always come from the general fund and you don't keep a lot in capital. And, I have 3 computers that are probably more than 7 years old. And so I think Liz thought, better to get the money over there, between both offices, needing some updates.
Anticipation.
That in an anticipation, just having it there if it's needed. And it has to come out of general fund because capital doesn't have its own line item.
Tax
yeah,
levy.
levy. Yes, thank you, Mike.
Well, it's better than the insurance.
Yeah.
All right. Dues and subscriptions went down. Is that because of the change you made with the assessors?
Yes, so I had a higher amount for dues and subs because we had the initial
The initial
software
fee,
licenses.
that's what, okay.
Yes.
Yep, that's what, okay, so that answered that.
Who's this
So,
consultant?
yeah, why did the consultants
Consultant.
get moved from the one
Is that consultant the,
general fund to the general assistance fund?
Because I am looking at possibly trying to get a Spanish-speaking consultant in here
Oh,
as well
okay,
as
okay.
a possible home inspector. So that's going to be under general assistance. So that's why it was moved under
That
GA
would-
home.
okay, yeah, that makes a lot of
So
sense.
that's the plan.
Has
Did
any,
someone ask that consultants on the assessor's part? Did somebody ask? them
I
that
just
too or not?
asked, no, but I see it's 5,000, what is that?
Oh, it just got reduced
Oh,
because
okay.
part of that was
Okay.
into the,
Oh, it took a negative, okay,
conversion cost.
okay. Well, so we saved 5,000 and put it,
Well, and like the 8,700.
yeah, so really it's 37.
The 8,700 from the consultants goes down into video because now Liz had a, account number designated for the films and video. So that was just taken out of one account, putting it into
Okay.
another account.
I saw for the audit fund, it went up, and I know we got we paid more last year, and so just a reminder for us to kind of shop around next time. Chances are, who's been doing this probably giving us a fair market price, and I know that's who we've been doing it with, but it
But
doesn't hurt to check.
no, it doesn't. Okay.
Just to confirm that. The last one I had, so it looks like the general town fund ending balance is more than it was last year. Is that because we didn't end up doing the city lights, the cameras? Okay.
Yep.
Well, also, almost always, there is a lot, if we look at, we don't have one of those right now, but like the general assistance fund for like where is it on here? What is the line of the general assistance?
On which one, are you talking about the food and all that?
Yeah, like for like.
That's, I don't know what
general
page number it is, they didn't put page numbers,
Go
but
to the fourth page, that's where it starts, I think.
right here, where it says food,
Yep.
this one?
Oh, yeah, and it might
Where
be
it say
after.
food and all
The
that
bigger
on
one
it?
though, shelter rent.
Yeah, there you go.
That is always well under. So that
To the
you
fourth
never
page.
spend anywhere near all that. It's probably at like 20% right now or something like this.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is why I would argue to maintain the larger amount allocated for grant programs, since the money's there anyway, and that would allow us movement if we chose to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Reduce the grant programs.
Honestly, the grant line is reduced, but we have money in programs.
Right.
We get money in programs, and Liz decided to there are certain grants that we write, like for the senior home maintenance and stuff, and then there's grants that we write for the program that the art museum use. That's an actual program that they have actual stuff for. So we're gonna pull the art museum's grant out of programs this year. We're pulling the other ones out of the grant line. So we still have enough money to give grants to organizations that can help us fill the gaps. We still have enough money to do that with. Okay, so she just split them out to make it a little bit cleaner, especially for auditing purposes. So that's why she did it. So it may look like the line is reduced, but we're going to be fine. Trust me, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, my only point is we have, if you look, so the total appropriations for the year are like about 100,000 more than they were last year, right? And then in the total funds available, the end of the fiscal year, this is the predicted estimated balance, is 100,000 more than it was at the end of last year.
That's
We
good.
have, you know, I'm not gonna use that language, we have budgetary excesses that could be, there's no harm.
We have budgetary accesses that are being used. They are being used. And they are being used in areas where we are needed to help in. Now, one thing we can't do, we have to make sure that if we are giving grants, that these grants are helping people and helping people outside of our area to where we normally can help. So I'm very careful, I'm very judicious with the grants that we write and the grants that we find to give organizations. So
So my second, this might not be like the exact time for this, but how do we get that shelter rent line being like utilized more?
how do we get it?
How do we,
Well,
that-
our numbers are increasing right now as we speak. So the shelter and rent line is going to be used because we're getting more and more people coming in here. We had 4 today come in claiming they are homeless and that they need places to stay. Now, here's the thing. Some people come for rent and shelter, for assistance for rent and shelter. We can't make a landlord rent to them.
Right.
If this person has an eviction on their record, it's going to be hard for them to find a place, to rent. So we are getting more people coming in, which is good because we can help more people. If they are finding places to stay, we can help with rent and shelter and things of that nature. But we can't just say, hey, we're going to just give this to come on in and no, we can't do that.
We have to hold them accountable
We have to
too
hold them
for.
accountable, and we have to keep in mind that we're dealing with taxpayers' money here.
Yeah.
And they want us to use it to help people, absolutely.
Right.
But we have to be cautious in how we're doing it.
Especially if they come in and they have all this on their record.
Right.
The reason why, home and shelter is different, but if you messed it up, we can't be the
Right.
ones
Baggage,
to, okay,
right.
we'll take care of it. No, you
Right.
have to be held accountable for making sure that we'll help you with the home and shelter if you're really homeless, but you can't be homeless and shelter because you're not taking care of.
And one thing we
Right.
will not do, I do not pay back rent overages. We don't do that. We don't do that.
From an old landlord or from the current landlord?
From now, if you are a month or so behind and you needed help, we can do that. But if you're 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years, we've had it as far as almost 3 years behind.
Oh, wow.
We can't.
What are you doing?
How
We
are they
can't-
not
Yeah.
evicted?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something.
Eviction takes a long time.
It's not
I
easy.
know,
It's not
3
it's
years,
not
less
easy
than
to.
3 years.
It should, but we've had cases where people haven't paid, and then landlords are calling us, hey, this person is only paying us, paying me what you guys are giving this person for rent. I need more money from you guys. Well, that's not up to us to do that. We're
Right.
not doing that.
Right.
Because when this person came to us for assistance, they already had this back bill. So
Right.
that doesn't fall on the township.
Right.
Right.
So, and there were agencies that were during the COVID-19 that were paying people's back rent for them, and they were paying them from 2 years back rent,
Yeah.
almost a year and a half ahead.
Yeah, that's
And now
crazy.
people are coming back in behind again.
Right.
So
They
that
got their
means you're
money.
just not budgeting your money properly.
But that's when, even in township, you have to take budgeting classes.
Yes.
You have to, because like we've always said, it's a hand up, not a hand out.
Right.
We're trying to help you to
Right.
maintain
Right.
a steady life, not that we just
Yeah, we
give.
can't-
Because
we
like
can't
you
do
said,
that.
them taxpayers' money. I mean, I would love for somebody to pay my bills.
I
But
second it.
right, but we have to hold people accountable also, if you want the help.
One thing about it, and I see your concern. The money's going to get used. It will.
It always do.
It always does. It'll get used. Like I said, our numbers are starting to increase. We're getting people that are coming here from places, and we ask, how did you pick Freeport? Well, you know, I had a family member who lives here and told me to come here, or I came here to be with somebody and now they put me out. Or you have all sorts of different things that are happening. People are coming from Seattle, Washington, from Tallahassee, Florida. They're coming from all over the place. We're getting them from all over the place. So it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're eligible for township assistance, by law, we have to provide you that assistance, and that's what we do.
And we don't mind doing the assistance, but we got rules.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, give me some more questions, guys. What you got?
I'm done. That's Cal. And
Yeah, next.
No, that's all mine.
we ready to go. No,
If you guys have any more questions before the next meeting, email Liz or email me, and I'll get the questions to her. We'll get the answers back to you guys. But at the next meeting,
is a vote.
as soon as I come in and say this, that, we calling the roll. Okay.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
that'd be Calvin and Melinda. Finding something.
No, that's all right.
And
Okay.
Finding something
Good
2 days later. Huh? Hey, Kathy.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, by the way.
The next order of business is the supervisor's report. And during this report, I have something to hand out to you guys, which is the information for the annual town meeting,
Uh-oh.
which is next Tuesday.
Okay.
Please do not forget to come and visit us at the annual town meeting.
Do we get
I mean,
cookies?
are you going to pass that around, Mike? You going to help me out
Do we get
a
a
little bit?
stipend?
Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Mr. Sellers,
Yes.
Supervisor Sellers, do we get a stipend if we come?
You get a stipend, all right.
Yeah, I know you. They're a knuckle sandwich.
Get a
Huh?
stipend. All right, there you
You're
go.
no fun.
Okay, so now, which brings me to my next thing. I want to talk to the board about this.
Wow.
The Freeport Township, we since 2013, we have been charging other townships $125 an hour to do casework for them.
Okay.
That is too much money
Okay.
to charge. That's too much money to charge the other townships.
Because they're are they
Percentage of
small?
They are
other
small.
townships
Okay.
Because in some of
That
them,
actually come, right?
yes, in some of the actual general assistance budgets are no more than $1,500
Oh wow.
or $2,000. So I believe we need to reduce that price. It was. I had a supervisors meeting with all the supervisors here last week, and that came up in discussion, you know, and it was just in general discussion. They weren't complaining about it, but I started thinking, the only thing we do is they send the people here to us. We do the intake interview, and we tell the other township if the person meets the criteria and they're approved or not. The other township, where they come from, they pay for general assistance. We don't pay. So the most time we spend with them is maybe 15 minutes to 30 minutes.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's too much.
And so I'm going to reduce that. I'm thinking
Patrick, is that 125 per person?
$125 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bit.
When did you come up with that price?
I didn't come up with it.
Oh, it was already
it's
been
that
in
way
there.
for years.
Oh, you just now?
Yeah,
Okay.
it started in 2000. It started in '97. It was $25 an hour.
Oh wow.
In 2011, it was $101 an hour. In 2013, it's $125 an hour.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we're going to drop it down to about 50.
That's a good number.
And
I
that's
like it.
and that's what the plan is. I know we can't take final action on anything tonight. I just have to bring it up and have to put it on the agenda. We take final action at the next meeting, but I want to let you guys know what my plans are. Are we all in agreement with that? Is that okay?
I am. I feel we need to
Very
help
much so.
other.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, that's all I have. Next order of business is the assessor's report.
So I'm in the process of ordering up 2 tablets.
So yes.
One it's a 8-inch and a 10-inch. With AIM software, the assessor's own software, we'll be able to take a picture out in the field. We'll be able to go in and get all the data we need. It will upload it to our systems automatically,
That's
So
nice.
Oh,
if
wow.
somebody's out there taking a picture that I need to see now, I can, as soon as I get it in there, I can bring it up on my system, I'll have it ready. So I'm working with them to get that ordered and set up, and I'll probably go with Verizon, they don't require a contract anymore, but it's
come out of the
$30
Stone Age.
per tablet for the wireless service.
Oh, really?
That's
Right, where
wonderful.
US Cellular was 35 a tablet, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
wow.
just to give you a heads up, that'll be coming through, and
Can you tell me what AIM stands for?
it's Assessors, IMS, it's the software.
to keep
we
this.
use.
I think I need to keep this for the next one.
Okay.
And I waited till now to get them, cause I wanted to make sure everything was up with the program first, so.
That was it?
Good idea.
All right, all right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have our quadrennial assessment year coming up next year where we have to look at everything, so we'll be out in the field, and I thought this is the time to really get used to using them
Right.
and implementing it, it will help a great deal. Okay, I'm done.
No, excellent. That's
No,
excellent.
keep
That's
Thank you, Maida.
excellent. Anything else?
Nope.
No? Okay. Next order of business is trustees report. Trustees.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
Three. One was, who did the 3-point?
Oh, kiss my booty. Do her a favor, and this is what I get.
Oh, I love you. Anyway, I know, I had to do it. Come on, y'all
Yeah,
know
but
me.
doesn't the copy machine automatically put them in?
I had to do it, Barb. I had to do it. I just got to bring a little laughter. The
Good.
other thing is, I was just wondering because I was riding by, that thing that we put out for the guns and all that. I thought maybe we should put something on there, maybe something that says stop the violence and do something so that they would know what it really is instead of just township assessor on the side.
Oh, it says on the
On the what?
on the handle and on the
Oh,
front
well, I
what it's all about.
On the front where?
On the front on the when you pull the hand right there on the thing, it says that what it's
Oh, it
for.
must be on the top.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what it
okay.
says.
Well, I
It's
was
for.
thinking on the front
Yeah.
because I couldn't see
That's
it. When
what
I ride by, I just see Freeport Township. So
Oh, get rid of it.
Did you want a marquee,
With a
maybe?
gun on the
no,
side
just
of it.
something on the front of it that just says "Stop
I
the
know.
Violence" or something,
That
just so
sounds
that
good.
people know in their mind when they ride by. Everybody's not going to walk up and look on top and say
Full vinyl wrap,
or something.
Full vinyl wrap. Okay. Full.
flash, bright.
Yeah,
neon,
something bright.
orange.
You can see it at night.
That's why I said
Well,
marquee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where like the reflective, like
Uh-huh.
the 3M material, where you.
Okay.
Melinda will have it
Out of-
created.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay. You want it
That was
reflective.
The election
Yeah.
Is when is it?
tomorrow.
Okay.
What is it? Did you just say?
Mike, you know I'm trying. I always gotta keep laughter in the
Always
room.
a day
They didn't
tonight.
name me Joy for nothing. My daddy did.
Joyful.
Anything
That's
else?
all I had, just
Anything-
those two
Anything else you
things.
guys want to add to the box? Anything else you guys want
No,
to add to
I just thought
it?
you
You want
guys.
speakers on it too?
So whenever anyone opens it, it just yells.
Yeah.
Someone's putting something in.
Yeah. Someone's putting something in there. If you guys want.
We got another one.
Yeah. Okay.
I just thought it'd be cute,
Cute. Okay. All right. All righty. Well.
especially with summer coming and we just had violence not too long ago. Just let them know, hey, you can throw them. Maybe they might be kind of not too smart, and after they get done, they throw it in there. We got them, you know.
Evidence.
I would
Always
hope so.
thinking.
A little camera come out.
Yeah, yeah, little camera come out.
You're on candid
Yeah.
camera.
That's all.
You
Those
say
were
that,
two
but
things.
There's gonna be someone dumb enough to do that one day.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
There it is.
Coming up to shoot. Come on. I think that was all I really had.
Okay.
Was those two things, I think.
All righty. Next one is public comments. Any public
Oh,
comments?
wait, oh,
I'm sorry.
So, annual meeting says next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm good.
What time
Oh,
is it?
what?
Let
6:01.
me give that to you. I was gonna do
Fine.
that in
All right.
other
I
business.
was doing other business,
6:05,
but
yeah.
you guys
Please
jumped
remember,
in.
the annual town meeting
Jumped the
hall
gun.
meeting is April 11th at 6:05 at the Stevenson County Farm Bureau.
Oh, I do
And
have
Bob
another.
Fagan is going to be our moderator.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
I did have another one.
Oh, you
Won't
can't
be
be there?
He won't be on time.
I'm hoping to be back in town, but I might not be back. I'm supposed to be back on Monday, but just in case, just a heads up, I'm expected to be there, but if I had to be out of town a day longer, I might miss it, so.
Well, then I'm not going.
You're gonna miss my speech.
I know what my other question was. It's a good one. It was, how did it go with all the other townships? How was the meeting? So
With
there.
supervisors?
Yeah.
It
you.
went well. They have a lot of questions. We're gonna put a general assistance training together for them. Because some of the townships who are doing general assistance for themselves can use some help, and they were interested. And so we did one in 2014. So we're going to put another one on and invite all the supervisors and do a general assistance training, so they can, because even though we're doing the general assistance for them, they should at least understand the process.
Yeah.
They should understand the process, and that's what I told them. You guys need to understand the process. So that's what the plan is.
And how many was?
17?
No, not all 17 didn't come.
Oh, they didn't?
I think we had about 6. I think
Oh, okay.
it's usually more than that, but
This
some
is
of them
the
were.
time of the year.
Yes, yeah. Some of them were getting things
in the
prepared, and they
fields.
had different meetings and stuff. So, if we have the full, I think we've had the full group. I think about 5 or 6 times.
Oh, okay.
A couple times we've had the road commissioners here too.
Oh,
so
okay.
we've had some pretty good, pretty decent sized groups.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's good. I'm glad it went well.
all right. Any other business come before the town? Since you already.
I just already did.
Okay.
She did it. April. Oh, I better put it in my phone now.
Yep. Seeing that there is none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn until Monday, April 17th, 2023 at 4:30 p.m.
So moved?
And I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries, meeting adjourned. Thank you, guys.